There is a power within you that has never been touched by fear. There is a presence within you that has never been visited by lack. There is an intelligence within you that has never bowed to limitation or whispered the word impossible. And today, you are going to remember it. Today, you are going to stop looking outside yourself for the thing that has always lived within you. Today, you are going to claim your true inheritance, the infinite, inexhaustible, ever-flowing abundance of the universe, and you are going to claim it with the full force of your spoken word. Say it now, quietly if you must, boldly if you dare. I am the source of my own wealth. Say it again. Feel it move through your body like warm golden light pouring through every cell, every nerve, every fiber of your being. I am the source of my own wealth. You are not saying that you are better than anyone. You are not saying that you need no one. You are saying something far more profound, far more spiritually accurate. You are saying that the God power within you, the infinite intelligence that created the heavens and the earth, and every star that burns in the night sky, is the same power that now breathes through you, thinks through you, and creates through you. You are saying that you are a chosen channel of divine abundance, and that nothing, no circumstance, no economy, no memory of past failure, no voice of doubt can shut that channel down except your own unbelief. Florence Scovel Shinn knew this truth as clearly as she knew the sun rises in the east. She walked through the streets of New York, speaking words of power when others spoke words of despair. She looked at the world of appearances and said, "This is not the truth. The truth is invisible. The truth is spiritual. The truth is that God is the one and only presence, the one and only power, and God is good, God is abundant, and God withholds nothing from the child who lives in faith." She understood that your words are not merely sounds that drift away on the wind. Your words are laws. Your words are creative forces. Your words are seeds dropped into the rich soil of universal mind, and the harvest they bring forth is perfectly, precisely, inevitably shaped by what you plant. So, what have you been planting? What words have you been sowing in the great invisible field of your life? Have you been saying, day after day, that money is hard to come by, that you never have enough? That rich people are lucky but you were not born with luck? Have you been telling yourself that the economy is against you, that the timing is wrong, that you missed your opportunity, that it is too late? Every one of those words is a seed. Every one of those beliefs is a law operating in your life. And the universe, in its absolute perfect faithfulness, has been bringing you a harvest that matches every single seed you planted. Not because the universe is cruel, not because God wants you poor, but because the law is exact, the law is impersonal, and the law always, always delivers what you decree. But hear this, and hear it well. The law works just as perfectly for abundance as it works for lack. The field does not care what you plant. The law does not favor one person over another. The same divine intelligence that brings the harvest of poverty to the one who plants poverty thoughts brings the harvest of wealth beyond imagining to the one who plants wealth, thoughts, abundance thoughts, faith thoughts. And this is the great and glorious truth that changes everything. You can change what you plant. Beginning this very moment, you can change the seeds. Beginning this very day, you can speak a new word. Beginning right now, you can claim a new law for your life. I am the source of my own wealth. Let us understand what this means in its fullest spiritual sense. You are not the source in the sense that your little human personality, with all its fears and habits and histories, has somehow manufactured money out of thin air. No. You are the source in the sense that the divine within you, that magnificent, limitless, ever-present God power, is always, ceaselessly, and without hesitation flowing abundance toward you. You are the point where heaven touches earth. You are the place where the infinite enters the finite. You are the channel through which the inexhaustible riches of the universe pour into visible, tangible, spendable, shareable form. When you say, "I am the source of my own wealth," you are aligning yourself with the truth of your being. You are stepping out of the illusion of separation and into the reality of divine union. You are saying, "I and the Father are one. I and abundance are one. I and supply are one. There is no gap between me and my good. There is no distance between me and my wealth. My wealth is my spiritual birthright, and I claim it now. Now, there are those who will say, "But I have tried positive thinking and nothing happened. I have said affirmations until I was blue in the face, and my bank account did not budge. I have read all the books, spoken all the words, and still I find myself in the same place of struggle." To you, beloved, I say this with all the love and all the firmness that truth requires. It is not enough to speak the words if the heart is closed to receiving them. It is not enough to say, "I am abundant," while the deeper part of you screams, "No, you are not. Look at the evidence. Look at your bills. Look at your history. Look at your mother who struggled and her mother before her." The word must be spoken from a place of inner authority. The word must be felt. The word must be believed, not perhaps as a present fact you can yet see with your physical eyes, but as a spiritual certainty that you know in your soul. Florence called this the leap of faith. She said you must act as if the thing you desire is already yours in the invisible, already complete in the realm of spirit, already perfectly arranged in the mind of God, even before a single evidence of it appears in the outer world. This is not self-deception. This is not foolishness. This is the highest form of spiritual intelligence. This is how Jesus turned water into wine. This is how Moses parted the sea. This is how every miracle recorded in the sacred texts has ever worked. Not by waiting for conditions to improve before you believe, but by believing so completely that conditions have no choice but to reflect your belief. When you truly believe, I mean bone deep, soul certain, immovably believe that you are a child of divine abundance, something extraordinary happens in the invisible realm. Channels open. Doors unlock. People feel inexplicably drawn to reach out to you. Opportunities arise that you did not plan and could not have orchestrated. Money moves towards you along paths you never anticipated. Ideas come to you that seem to come from somewhere beyond your ordinary thinking mind. Coincidences multiply until they can no longer reasonably be called coincidences at all. The ancient texts call this grace. Florence called this the law of supply. We might simply call it the faithful, generous, unstoppable response of a universe that is always saying yes to whatever we truly believe. So let us now go deeper. Let us look at the blocks. Let us look at the places within you where the channel of abundance has been crimped and narrowed, and sometimes sealed shut. Because this is the real work, is it not? The real work is not just to say the words. The real work is to find every place inside you where you believe that you are not worthy of wealth. Every belief that money is dirty, or that spiritual people should not desire material things, or that if you have more, someone else must have less. Every memory of being told you were not smart enough, not talented enough, not connected enough to ever really make it. Every inherited belief from your parents and grandparents and their parents before them, who walked through eras of genuine scarcity and carved those beliefs so deeply into the family consciousness that they feel like facts, like just the way things are, like the natural order of life. These are not facts. These are not your destiny. These are not the natural order of anything. They are simply old seeds, planted long ago, perhaps before you were even born, and they have been growing a harvest you never consciously chose. But here is what Florence knew, and what you must know. No belief is permanent. No thought pattern is fixed. No harvest is inevitable. Because you have, right this moment, the power to plant new seeds. You have the power to speak new words. You have the power to reach into the invisible and rearrange the furniture of your future. Say with me now, I release every belief in lack and limitation. I release every thought that tells me I am not enough. I do not have enough. I cannot create enough. I release every inherited poverty consciousness that has been running in the background of my mind like an old and damaging program. I release it completely and utterly and joyfully. and in its place I plant the truth that I am a beloved child of the Most High, the truth that my Father owns the cattle on 1,000 hills, and the silver and the gold, and every treasure in the earth, the truth that the infinite riches of the universe are mine by divine right, the truth that I am the source of my own wealth, not because I am powerful in my small human self, but because I am one with the power that is all, the power that knows no limitation, the power that has never once said to any of its beloved children, "There is not enough for you. There is enough. There has always been enough. The universe does not run short. The divine storehouse is not emptied by your drawing upon it. The more you draw, the more flows. The more you receive with gratitude and faith, the more channels open for even greater receiving. This is the glorious paradox of spiritual abundance. It increases in the using, it multiplies in the giving. It deepens in the thanking, and it begins, always, with a word. Your word is your wand, Florence said. And oh, how true this is. Every word you speak is charged with the creative power of the universe. Every declaration you make is a command to the great law of mind to go to work on your behalf. When you speak with faith, with feeling, with absolute inner certainty, the entire machinery of creation bends to bring your word into visible form. This is not magic in the superstitious sense. This is spiritual science. This is the law operating exactly as it was designed to operate, responding to the divine authority of the awakened soul who knows who she is, who knows what she deserves, and who refuses to settle for anything less than the fullness of her divine inheritance. So, I want you to practice, not just today, not just in this moment of inspiration when your heart is open and your eyes are bright with possibility, but tomorrow morning when you wake up and the first thing that comes to mind is the bill that is overdue. Practice then, especially then. When the evidence screams lack at you, speak abundance. When the appearance says impossible, declare, with God all things are possible, and God is working in me and through me right now. When fear comes knocking at the door of your consciousness, speak words of power. Say, I am the source of my own wealth, and divine intelligence now leads me to my right and perfect supply. Florence taught her students to speak these words as decrees, as royal proclamations, as the edicts of a divine sovereign claiming their rightful kingdom, not timid requests, not hopeful wishes, not nervous prayers whispered into the void by someone who is not quite sure they will be answered. Decrees, royal, certain, faith-filled decrees, because that is who you are. You are royalty. You are a child of the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the source of all sources. And royalty does not beg. Royalty decrees. Royalty speaks with authority and watches the kingdom reorganize itself in response. Now I want to speak to you about money itself, because many of us have a complicated relationship with this word. We want money, but we also fear it. We admire wealth in others, but secretly believe that wealthy people must have done something questionable to achieve it. We say we want abundance, but when we imagine having more than we currently have, some quiet voice inside says, "But who do you think you are?" This is the core of the poverty consciousness, the belief that there is something wrong with you wanting more, something arrogant in claiming you're good, something greedy in desiring financial freedom. Florence was very clear about this. She said, "It is not spiritual to be poor. Poverty is a mental disease, not a virtue. The Christ consciousness is the consciousness of supply, of plenty, of inexhaustible riches, flowing freely to all who align themselves with the divine source. Money is energy. Money is a symbol of the circulation of divine substance in the material world. When it flows freely through you in, through, and out again in generous, joyful giving, it reflects the free, beautiful, healthy circulation of life itself. It is only when we cling to it from fear, or block its coming from unworthiness, or speak against it from poverty thought, that the circulation is interrupted, and we experience that painful, grinding, spirit-crushing condition we call lack. Open the channel. Speak the word. Let divine substance flow freely through you, in the form of money, in the form of opportunity, in the form of right connections, and perfect ideas, and extraordinary gifts from unexpected sources. I decree for you now, and you decree for yourself. Money comes to me freely, joyfully, and in avalanches of abundance. I am a magnet for financial miracles. I am a channel for divine wealth. Money loves me, and I love money, and between us there is a perfect, healthy, joyful relationship of free and generous flow. Every dollar that passes through my hands is blessed. Every financial transaction I engage in carries the vibration of abundance. I give freely, and I receive freely, and the universe, which honors all givers with the gift of even greater giving, blesses me with returns that are pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Running over. That is the divine standard. Not barely enough, not just getting by, not surviving, running over. Abundant, more than sufficient. Enough for yourself, and enough to bless everyone your life touches. This is what God envisions for you. This is the picture that the divine holds of your financial life. A picture of such glorious, generous, beautiful abundance that you can hardly contain it, and so it overflows naturally and joyfully into the lives of those around you. But you must hold that picture too. You must see it with the eyes of faith. You must walk through your days as though you know, as though you have a secret agreement with the universe, as though you are carrying within you a treasure that the outer world has not yet fully witnessed, but is absolutely, certainly, on its way into manifestation. This is what Florence called living from the inside out. Not reacting to your conditions, not adjusting your beliefs to match your circumstances, but holding your inner vision so steadily, speaking your words so faithfully, and living in such grateful expectation that your circumstances have no choice but to eventually catch up to your inner knowing. This is the life of the spiritually wealthy person. Not the one who has the most money in the bank right now, but the one who knows beyond all shadow of doubt that the money is coming, that the supply is assured, that the divine providence is working, that all is well, all is in order, and all is unfolding perfectly, according to a plan more beautiful and more magnificent than the finite mind could ever conceive. This is the person who wakes up in the morning and says thank you before their feet hit the floor. Thank you for the abundance I cannot yet see. Thank you for the channels opening that I cannot yet know. Thank you for the unexpected good rushing toward me from every direction. Thank you that I am the source of my own wealth, and that source is infinite and eternal, and never, ever runs dry. Gratitude is the accelerator of manifestation. Florence taught this with such grace and such clarity. When you are grateful for what you have, even in the midst of apparent lack, you are giving the universe the signal that you know how to receive. You are demonstrating that you are a good steward of the gifts of the divine, and a universe that sees you tending faithfully to the seeds already planted, watering them with thankfulness, protecting them with faith, giving thanks for the harvest before it appears, rushes to fill your arms with more blessings, more abundance, more channels of supply, more miracles, more moments of inexplicable, beautiful, unearned grace. So as you walk forward from this moment, I want you to carry these words in your heart like a flame that cannot be extinguished. I am the source of my own wealth. I am one with the infinite supply of the universe. My good is established in divine mind, and it now presses through every obstacle and pours into my life in perfect and glorious form. I give thanks that my wealth is spiritual before it is material, that my abundance is inner before it is outer, and that the God power within me is right now arranging every detail of my financial life with divine wisdom, divine love, and divine perfection. Your right work is coming, your right compensation is established, your right prosperity is decreed, your right wealth is flowing. No person can keep it from you. No circumstance can delay it beyond its perfect time. No debt can consume it. No fear can diminish it. Because it comes not from the world of appearances, which shifts and changes and fails and disappoints. It comes from the world of divine reality, which is eternal, which is faithful, which is generous beyond all imagining, and which has been waiting, patiently and lovingly for this moment. The moment when you finally, fully, joyfully, and with every cell of your being, claim your inheritance and say, I am the source of my own wealth. I am open and receptive to all the riches of the universe. Divine abundance is my natural, permanent, and ever-increasing state. And so it is, and so it shall be, now and always. Amen.